Hi friends, my name is Courtney. Welcome to my kitchen. We're going to be making some delicious broccoli and cheese stuffed chicken. Let's get started. This is a family favorite recipe. I actually have it on my blog right now, and it is under chicken thighs. They are broccoli and cheese stuffed chicken thighs. I'm using actual chicken breast today. So what I'm also going to be doing is making this with dairy-free ingredients. We know that it works really well with regular dairy ingredients, but I want to see how well it works with non-dairy. So if you're lactose intolerant, or you're anaphylactic to dairy, or you're just avoiding dairy, you can make it with these dairy-free alternatives. So we're using Hellmann's mayo. We're also using Follow Your Heart shredded mozzarella, as well as their grated parm. I'm using Violife brick style cream cheese. Ever since this has come out, I have been able to make so many amazing recipes. I will say this is the best cream cheese that I've tried, and I also love Violife sour cream, but when it comes to the cheeses, I really do prefer Follow Your Heart. And I'm having a little bit of trouble stirring this with my spoon, so I put on my handy dandy glove and I am mixing it with my glove. I find that I can easily get in there with my hand, and I'm using a food safe glove, and I love to use this also for things like tuna salad, and it just makes my life so much easier. And as you can see, it's just really easy to mix instead of using that spoon. So now I'm going to go in with the seasonings. I'm using about a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. I prefer this over garlic powder. It just has a better, more strong garlic flavor. And then I'm going in with about a half a teaspoon or even a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, depending on your preferences. We have little ones and they don't kind of like spicy things, so I go a little bit lower. And then I'm using just a little bit of kosher salt because I do have a lot of sodium in there with the ingredients that I'm using already. And then we are going to season the chicken after we bread it. So I'm just going to mix this up and make sure it's all incorporated and all the seasonings are throughout that cheese mixture. Now I actually like to take chicken breasts and cut them in half because they are so large, and I'm going to take about a tablespoon of that mixture and put it into a chicken breast half that I have filleted, and then I'm going to roll my chicken into some panko breadcrumbs. Usually I would use like a toasted breadcrumb mixture that I made, but I just had some panko on hand, and I was trying to make dinner in less than 35 minutes, and this really was super quick. I really try to make sure that stuffing is really in that chicken breast, and then I just keep rolling it and kind of sealing it as I go, and it's not going to ooze out. I was a little nervous because we are using the dairy-free ingredients that it would just be like a pool or a puddle of cheesy, ooey gooey oil, and it was actually really nice and solidified in there. It kind of held up as well as I would have expected regular cheese. Of course, we're not going to get that cheese pull with the dairy-free ingredients. I don't want to say I'm kicking myself, but I really am kicking myself for not making this sooner. It was so good. Our whole family really enjoyed it, and I was just honestly terrified of it not turning out with the dairy-free alternatives, and it worked so well. Now, if you don't need to avoid dairy, absolutely use the mozzarella cheese. You can use the regular cream cheese, and of course some Parmesan cheese if you prefer. We use it sometimes and sometimes we don't, but I feel like for the dairy-free version, I absolutely recommend the Parmesan cheese from Follow Your Heart because it gives it more of that cheesy flavor. So I'm going to arrange these into a nice baking casserole, and then I'm going to spritz it with some avocado oil, and then again I'm going to go in and season it more. I like layers of flavor. You want to make sure everything is seasoned. Now I could have seasoned my panko breadcrumbs, but honestly I was just trying to make this quick and easy, and I in hindsight should have done that, but I'm just going to go ahead and season the top. I am using some granulated garlic, some dried parsley, some dried basil, and some dried oregano, as well as some black pepper. I'm also going to be using some of the Follow Your Heart grated Parmesan on top, and you could even fry these a little bit to give them more color before you put them in the oven or even after. I feel like this just gives it, a better presentation, but you could, if you had put them on a baking sheet, you could also put them under the broiler to get them nice and browned. This is perfect. The cheese did not ooze out. I am really, really impressed of how well it worked, and I think this is going to be regular on the rotation again. I'm just so excited. It really worked out so well. It tastes absolutely incredible. It tastes like I remember. And again, if you like to eat, without having dairy in your diet, this is going to work great with or without those dairy ingredients. We hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Bye.